Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Yes, so Dela right. Report has it that Ebony knelt before the great lion and Adetutu, begging them to reconcile her and the jewel for the last time, that she will never have any need to ask for this reconciliation again, because she has learned her lesson in a hard way. Or if they are not ready to do that, they should destroy her Ikpo Omi Ori pot. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to explain it later as they explain to me. Okay, they should destroy it and let her go and rest forever. Ebony, they said, knelt there on the cold palace floor, shaking from head to toe. It wasn't a kind of shaking that comes from fear alone. It was a kind of that comes from a soul that has reached its breaking point, a human being who is tired, finished, drained, and ready to, finish everything just to breathe again. She knelt in front of the great lion and Adetutu, the same Adetutu who had been representing the jewel in all spiritual matters, because the jewel is a dedicated Christian and could not step into those rituals. Ebony did not even care who was watching. Her wrapper had shifted, her hair was scattered, her knees were bruised, but she remained there, bowing her head to the ground, begging in a way that showed her heart was bleeding. Her voice was not steady. It kept cracking, kept breaking, kept falling apart, because the pain coming out of her chest was bigger than her strength. She told them she could not continue living with, this weight. She said she could not, wake up one more day, that she wouldn't wake up one more day with this shame hanging on her neck like a stone. She said she was tired of carrying a name that had only brought confusion and disgrace to her own marriage. She said she wanted to be free. She wanted reconciliation with the jewel, or she wanted everything to end for her spiritually so she could rest forever. That was when she mentioned her Ekpo Omi Ori. Okay? Now, they say in Yoruba spirituality, Ekpo Omi Ori is a spiritual umbilical cord that connects a person to life, destiny, protection, and divine alignment. Every child carries it spiritually. Even after this physical cord is cut, it represents the link between your life source and your purpose. Breaking it means you are asking the universe and the ancestors to cut you off from your own divine support. It means you are asking for your spiritual end. It is not pie of the body, but pie of the destiny. A person whose Ekpo Omi Uri is called becomes empty, disconnected, and finished. They can walk physically, but their spirit has already gone. Yes, that happens to be what she is asking, of the great lion. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dela Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the sources, still on the royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you so much. I love you. Adukwe, my people. Happy New Week still to you. And they said, yes, so they said that was what Ebony said, that they should remove her Ekpo Omi Ori if they are not going to seek reconciliation. And they said in Yoruba royal spirituality, that means a whole lot. Like, she has gotten to that point where she does not know what to do again. It is not a small thing to say. It was not something anybody should ever declare. Or this is not something anybody should ever declare. It's the highest level of surrender a human being can show. She is basically saying she could not continue with her pains. If reconciliation would not happen, then let her spiritual journey end. Her spiritual journey ending means everything that means the entire world to her. So it's usually a time where somebody has gotten to that point where to you it's like, okay, I want to end it all, right? I don't want this fight anymore. If I can get help, let me get help. If I cannot get help, let me leave. Let me go. Okay. They were hot. She cried with everything inside her. Her tears were not normal tears. They were hot, desperate, angry, ashamed, and soaked in deep regret. She said she had washed her hands completely from Urokitan family. She said she did not want to carry that name anymore. She said she wanted to be free from the people who pushed her to fight battles that were not hers. She said she wanted peace with her husband and peace with the jewel. Nothing else mattered. Now, she said this is not something that just started today. They have been pushing her from time immemorial, yes, to continue to fight the jewel. But she thought she was fighting for a place to stay, but she didn't know that she was fighting for their own selfish reason. Now, why is everything happening like this? You know, they went and they carried the, what do you call, they carried the assay, right? And immediately they carried the assay, all fingers were pointed at Ebony. People started pointing fingers at Ebony. Everybody thought that she knew. But apparently, it is looking like this assay, this last one that they did, she didn't know. That is how it is looking. I'm not saying for certain, but it is looking like she didn't know. Because there was even a diviner that said themselves that if they see anything that they can, if Ebony is standing on their way, they are ready to pull Ebony, remove her from their way so that they can achieve what they want. So they want the throne. They want the throne. That is the Rokitan. Part of them, that faction, they want the throne. Ebony did not know. She followed them blindly and they kept using her over and over again. She said her family deceived her for years. They lied to her. They made her believe she was fighting for honor when she was actually fighting against her own happiness. They told her stories that made her see her husband as the problem. They made her feel like she needed to battle to she needed a battle to keep her place. Now, after everything that has happened, she finally saw how they used her pain to protect their own interests. She saw how they dragged her into what she did not understand. She told the great lion that she had washed her hands from Rokitan completely, from the elders, from the dynasty, from the name, from everything. She said she did not want to be connected to them anymore. She said she was ready to stand alone if that was what it would take to protect her marriage and her sanity. She told them she wanted to be, in fact, she said a whole lot of things. And all of this, she was crying because she was there and she saw how, you know, people cried and all that for what? All because they just want to take a place. They just want to sit on the throne. They just want to, and that is the reason why you hear people continue to say Ogidigba. They are always fighting for that throne. Ogidigba, they are always fighting for that throne. It's not the entire Ogidigba. It's this Orokitan people. And with everything that has happened, Kabiesi did not spare them at all. When he launched Ogunjaye went after them in less than 48 hours. All more people cried and cried and cried. Ebony saw it because she never knew that they actually carried the assay. She was shocked when she heard that assay got missing. And when everybody started, in fact, Ebony has been so humble right now as we are hearing. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact.